I give Bob Violett Models a real thumbs up. They're the most fun, most exciting airplanes, and most well-engineered aircraft I feel there is in the sport of RC modeling today.
The Bob Violett line is the absolute best line that I could recommend to anybody, and I mean that earnestly.
I have flown Bob Violett products for the last 4 years, and in my estimation they're the best as far as performance, quality of the kit itself, the fit of all the parts, the completeness of the kit.
As you can see behind me, most of the planes here are Bob Violett model kits. There's a reason for it. They're the finest ducted fan models available anywhere.
A company that will back you up 100%, and I mean 100%, you have to go with the Bob Violett models, sport jets, and scale models.
Why is it so many top RC pilots prefer to fly aircraft manufactured by Bob Violett Models? That's easy. Bob Violett Models offers innovative, ducted fan technology, a total engineering concept, the highest quality in the industry, proven performance, and product service from a knowledgeable staff. Located in Winter Springs, Florida, the BVM manufacturing plant and machine shop employs talented people so that you can be assured your model kit will build with ease with the help of innovative side-mount serval trays and the simple but reliable BVM hatch latch. Component parts like formers are precisely cut to ensure a perfect fit every time. Months of research and testing is completed before any BVM kit is released to market. The Florida climate offers year-round flying weather, giving BVM a great advantage over competitors, whose research and development is often limited due to seasonal weather conditions. Flight testing of all the aircraft in the BVM line is ongoing. This continuous flight testing allows evaluation of all parts and systems for durability. When and if design changes or component material changes are indicated, they are quickly made. Updates and notifications to all BVM kit owners are made through the BVM newsletter. This ensures the BVM kit owner of always flying the latest state-of-the-art model aircraft. The performance of a Bob Violett model is simply unmatched by any other radio-controlled ducted fan model. The F-86 is a favorite of today's RC pilots.
You're looking at a Sabre jet, which is a scale airplane. We put a very colorful air show sport type paint scheme on it. It's borrowed a little bit from the Blue Impulse Japanese team and the Minutemen team.
My name's Terry Nitch from Columbus, Ohio. I've been in the sport of RC modeling for approximately 30 years. I've seen this hobby come a long way. My father was one of the pioneers in the hobby in our area where I'm from, and I've seen these systems advance from the days when we used to use gas tubes and rubber band escapements to the state-of-the-art proportional radios we have now and the modern type models with the composite materials and that type of thing. These two models here are an F-86 Sabre and a Bob Violett Models Viper. They're both produced by Bob Violett Models, and they are truly state-of-the-art airplanes for their time. The Sabre is a good, true scale airplane, and as far as I'm concerned, it's probably one of the best flying models Bob makes. The engineering is state-of-the-art. The model assembles real well. The outline is basically very, very right to be a good competitive scale model in this day and age. The Viper is probably the most exciting airplane I've ever flown. It consistently can reach top speeds over 200 miles an hour, lands nice and slow, it'll literally roll vertically out of sight. It's just a real fun airplane to fly. I've flown pattern, I've flown some Formula One racing, and this by far is the most fun airplane I've ever flown. Before I get into these jets, I looked at a lot of different companies. There's several companies that make these things, and they all have their own products and their own performance parameters and everything, and also their own price ranges. And the Bob Violett models are probably the most advanced models there is, but they also cost the most money, which naturally you get what you pay for. It's hard to have Porsche performance on a Volkswagen type budget, and I think that's what happens with a lot of these jet models. A lot of the other kits are a little less expensive, but the performance and the technology and the engineering just isn't there. I give Bob Violett Models a real thumbs up. They're the most fun, most exciting airplanes, and most well-engineered aircraft I feel there is in the sport of RC modeling today.
Attention to detail and quality reigns supreme at the BVM Winter Springs, Florida manufacturing facility. One of the exciting models in the BVM line is the F-16 Fighting Falcon.
One of the nicest features of the BVM F-16 Falcon is the landing gear system itself. We really couldn't have a good scale fighter, and especially an F-16 fighter, without a scale landing gear system to go along with it. So much of the development time, the tooling, engineering, went into duplicating the landing gear system of the real airplane as close as possible, realizing that we can use compressed air power instead of hydraulic power. This particular model, we're going to show you the landing gear cycling and the doors coming closed on the landing gear. And notice that the landing gear doors are powered by their own little scale-size cylinders. The landing gear, you're looking at a model here that has 85 flights on it now and some rather hard landings, some of which I'm not too proud of, but all in the, with the effort of trying to show you that the airplane will take a hard landing. We pranged it in a number of times, and we have not yet been able to hurt this landing gear. So the landing gear is the main gear are double shock absorbing type of landing gear. And we pick the model up, they will, you can see that they drop in and they're spring loaded, and we have to kind of squat the model down as it would when it lands. And so they come down with some springs, and then they actually hit rubber snubbers when you go beyond that. The landing gear are constructed of cast aluminum and machined metal parts, and they're mounted to the airframe on carbon fiber formers and carbon fiber doublers for those formers, as well as carbon fiber brackets that actually mount the landing gear. The nose gear is designed, it's mounted in the inlet. The nose gear retracts and twists 90 degrees as it comes up in there so it doesn't punch up into the inlet. And the mounting system for the nose gear has a shear, designed-in breakaway type of what we call flex arm mount, so that if you should go tearing off into the boondocks with your airplane, instead of tearing the inlet off the model.
Sabre jet built by Paul Schuessler from St. Louis, Missouri. The BVM Sabre flies so nicely it makes it rather easy to place in any scale competition. Notice that the paint scheme of this model is completely reversed from top to bottom, and this greatly enhances the visibility of the model.
The new F-16, wearing the red, white, and blue paint scheme, makes for an attractive model on the runway. This color scheme also enhances visibility in flight. BVM F-16C is a real beauty. Panel line detail is molded into the fuselage. The canopy frame is fiberglass. The cockpit interior and canopy are molded plastic. The F-16's molded inlet lip leads into a full-flow inlet duct, leaving no unsightly bumps or holes in the inlet. High-stress formers are machined from a carbon fiber balsa laminate. Scale landing gear are factory assembled and have been thoroughly flight tested. Every main gear unit is individually jig tested for proper axle alignment, ensuring the pilot true ground handling on takeoffs and landings. The kit comes complete down to every last fastener, making it a builder's dream instead of a nightmare. Part of all BVM kits is the Biojet power plant, utilizing the new BVM 81 and BVM 91 engines. Many would-be jet pilots have shied away from ducted fan flying simply because most flying sites are grass surface. While this presents a problem for many manufacturers, you can see how easy the F-16 takes off on grass, like all the models in the BVM line. The Biojet power system produces the thrust needed for grass flying sites. The system offers the ultimate thrust-to-weight ratio while retaining durability through extensive use of carbon fiber, plastic, and aluminum components. Not one single part has failed from RPM or vibration-related stress. No other manufacturer can make that claim. It's also assuring to know your investment in a Bob Violett model is backed by a complete line of spare and replacement parts to keep you in the air. You're never left alone after the sale. If you're looking for a hassle-free, totally complete ducted fan model,
I give Bob Violett Models a real thumbs up.
I've tried a lot of them, and the Bob Violett line is the absolute best line that I could recommend to anybody, and I mean that earnestly.
And in my estimation, they're the best.
There's a reason for it. They're the finest ducted fan models available anywhere.
A company that will back you up 100%, and I mean 100%, you have to go with the Bob Violett Models, sport jets, and scale models.
from national scale winning models to sports models, off the grass, off the hardtop, or in the sky. There's nothing like the thrill of flying a proven performer, a Bob Violett ducted fan model.
Now go. 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 hard, 4 big, handsome, wealthy, all right, we'll roll now. keep the brakes locked and rev the engines. See that by the smoke coming out the back. The plane is still on the runway. When he releases, the plane will start to roll when it's takeoff. Okay, watch the wings very closely, Bob. Bring that aircraft over and twist the wings for you, so don't blink an eye. There you go, all the way down. Now you see the aircraft looks entirely different. It looks like a dime. It's a Delta platform now, and it's flying on a totally different set of control mechanisms. 124 miles an hour was the speed through the radar gun on the looks like he's coming right over the runway too, so the guy's thought about it. Thank you. At the top, and he's pointing that nose straight down. A lot of speed this way. 165 miles an hour on his first run through the track.
Okay, check the plug, shut it down.
And that's what gets the win. know a better landing for you later.
Consequently, ought to be able to fly it pretty good. practice session. Number one had a rollover and verbal. We have another video camera running on it. He pulled it out, and when he landed, he had brand new.
Driver 1, Tom Rocky, Driver 2, Cloud Dancers, International Air Show Team.
Nice job.
We don't have to tell you that. That tank is off. You also
Yeah, those are.
tickets on that raffle. Don't forget that raffle. Have a table, everybody out the stand. Okay, folks, from Kissimmee, Florida, we've got the Cloud Dancer Air Show team. They've got a series of events they're going to put on. I'm going to turn the mic over to Tom Velosky Sr., and he's going to narrate this part of the air show.
Thanks, guys. Okay, today we're going to take you from the slow and graceful
Wings extended, they fold on.
and they are fully radio controlled. Free fall, canopy opening, full steering right and left. Their forward airspeed is about 25 miles an hour, right down to a full stall.
Eventually they'll get
And they will try to catch it if everything cooperates. Now, our
Where'd you put on the phone?
Over 6,000 feet. I know you say an airplane even that size gets very small.
Hey, Ralph, I need, you have one hemostatic.
Anything happens with there,
Why don't you go over there? I don't mind that. This is terrible. What? Oh, who's the boy? I know. On the side of the plane? Just keep an eye right there.
mentally it's something he just don't like to deal with. And this red aircraft taxiing out will be the last flight pilot. The channel is closed temporarily. Paul Hopkins, please come to the tower. Nice job on this.
What'd you get on that one, Dave? That was 190 with no motor.
Immediately, please.
Our feature presentation, License to Thrill, will commence.
Oh, we should take a picture of them. Look, you know when we was in the air.
Right here is land. Right here is land.
That's a long black car.
That sign.
You know that came over. We were getting ready to turn into his driveway. I think that's the same one that crashed. I thought he
for $5.
not hard to do as long as it's sunny out, eh?
Anything was better than the weather at home.
Lots of snow up in Ontario?
The dip was really low.
Was it?
Yeah.